Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. Um, I want to talk about something. I just want to talk about something that I don't know. I just feel like I'm just thinking about how media is, product is in general. That's what I'm trying to think. I'm just thinking that these products that we're watching is there a reason why we're not liking these, basically. You know? Or is it something more? Mainly because when you look at certain stuff, I don't even know. This probably won't even be a video. I'll probably delete it. But it's just something that I don't know what's going on with this shit sometimes. I know a lot of people say the form of media has been going really bad, but it's to the point that a lot of people, it's like they don't care. They just want entertainment, yes, but at the same time, I don't know, because I'm trying to look at it too in a spiritual enlightenment way. And if I do that, we'll be here all day. Because, be quite honest, they're just distracting with us with all of this shit, and it doesn't need to be a thing. You know, just focus on you. Not to say you can't enjoy life or enjoy what you like, basically. You know, so that's the thing. So, uh, let's see. Maybe I could just do some random shit, just shoot the shit, you know. Um, and that is fine. How long I haven't shoot the shit here? It is Saturday. Was supposed to be Easter or some shit? I don't know. Who cares? Seriously, who cares? Um, just another day. Same thing when it comes to like Christmas, New Year's. It's just another day. Literally, you guys don't. We don't even have to celebrate that shit anymore, guys. Even in 2025, I was like, it's not worth it. It's not even worth it. It's not worth it. Deep Sea Nightmare. Ooh, yeah. I like the cover that they have for that shit. It's fucking ridiculous. But anything else I could talk about before I keep like going here? Because I would really like to talk about other shit. But there's something just there's nothing wrong with anybody that hates or likes a certain form of media or what they like right now. But when you look at it in a hindsight, when you get out of that bubble, or if you're even in the bubble to begin with, I don't think you should be in the bubble, in my opinion. That's just me. 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 But I don't know. It's just something to think about. I'm just thinking about something. Hey, maybe it's nothing at all. You know, maybe what I'm talking about is pointless. So, uh, so hey, if you guys want to watch me reacting to some of these YouTube videos, then there you go. Maybe that should be the title, and it's only 3 minutes in. So, all right, buckle up, have a seat, and I'm just gonna shoot the shit here. I'm in the bottom half of my homepage. I'm not gonna watch everything that's in my homepage, just what sticks out to me. And what's this? Sid shows no mercy. I don't care about Sid. Fuck him as a wrestler. No, I'm playing. Most people like. Other people be like, well, that is his opinion. I'm like, I'm just playing with you. I'm literally just playing with it. Okay. Hey, Power Rangers in space. Oh, is this behind the scenes bullshit? I don't think I can even put this on because of the music. So I can't show what I want to show. Anyways, Wizardry Slop. How did you guys feel about the Maui movie overall? Maui Galaxy movie. They should have just made a Super Smash Brothers movie if they were that desperate to fit every character in my opinion. And I don't have to talk about the other stuff. I already made videos about them, to be honest. That's as much as I'm going to go with it now. Should have been a Super Smash Brothers movie. And it's not. I mean, most people are like, oh, that's your fault. No. I wasn't suspecting it to be that way until I started watching the movie. And I'm like, if you're gonna do this, just give me a Super Smash Brothers movie, bro. You're just doing references just for the sake of it. And people say there's no story here. Yo, that's funny. You guys are really making me laugh with that shit. Hey, Blank Check. Remember that movie? When Rated PG. Rated PG, my ass.
Hello, nostalgia fans.
Yo, Disney did not give a back then, man. 94, bro.
And y'all really showed up.
This is why we say Disney did not give a fuck back then in the 90s. They didn't give a fuck. Which is why they produce great fucking content. Someone in the studio in Disney were like, this is the 90s. You know how kids are in the 90s? And look at wrestling. You think kids around these age now are going to watch these type of wrestling? Of course they are. And they were like, fuck. Well, we can't lean more to that. Oh, of course we're not going to. But we're going to touch into themes that will scar people. It's like, yeah, like that. Moving on.
The comments were packed full of favorite lines, favorite scenes, and everyone's feel-good memories. However, a lot of y'all pointed out something else as well. Another 90s movie about a kid and money. Only this time, that kid wasn't born rich. He instead stole his fortune. And that movie was called Blank Check. In 1994, Disney released a movie about every kid's dream. Unlimited money. No rules. Total freedom. A mansion with a water slide. A go-kart track in the backyard. Sign me up.
A hot older woman. To be quite honest, that kind of makes sense, wouldn't it? Didn't they did that in Fairy Godparents? You know? So I'm over here like, I think when you really think about it, I know it's bad to look at now. Oh, trust me, it is bad. It is bad. Even when I first saw it as a kid, at the end when I saw that shit, I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? What are you doing? You know? I think I was like, what, 12 or 13 when I saw that shit on Disney Channel? I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You know? But when you look at it as the boy's point of view of like maybe he's just imagining everything, you'd be like, oh, okay, so, you know, get rich, have a car, have a hot babe and shit like that. That trope is actually pretty old. Even Fairy Godparents, they did it. I mean, they didn't do the episode of it. They just had like what, a little skit or a little montage or something like that they showed. So I know they did it. I remember there was one scene that they did it. So don't quote on me, because I know if it wasn't that, then it had to be some 90s episode. I know it wasn't Jimmy Neutron. I know it wasn't. Although Jimmy Neutron's cool. Oh shit, it's gonna start all over again. Oh man, do I really need to hold this again? No. See, it doesn't want to pause. Good God.
Sign me up. A limousine with a personal chauffeur that would take you anywhere you wanted to go. I remember watching this movie as a kid and thinking...
And the trope that I'm saying is not like a known trope. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it sounds like a trope, basically. Let me get more figure that. Hey, and if it is a dominant trope, then it is. And is that a... Trash bag bucket full with ice cream? Fuck y'all, I'm taking that fucking ice. I want, fuck, I don't know about you, but I want to be that kid right now.
Well, that's it. That's totally what I would do too. However, when watching this movie today, something feels off.
Right.
And the longer you sit with it, the stranger it seems to get. Because buried inside this seemingly harmless kids movie is one scene, one moment that Disney probably wishes we'd all forgotten about entirely.
They
and
wish.
The uncomfortable truth is that most of us did forget. Until we didn't.
I mean, I didn't forget.
This is Blank Check, and it's a lot more interesting than it has any right to be.
You guys forgot? I didn't. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. I remember me and my friend talked about it like years ago. I mean, we still talk about it sometimes. But like years ago when we first talked about it, he was like, no, he told me about it. And I was like, no, really? I'm like, no, yeah. I'm like, oh, wait, you're fucking right. Because it was a while since I saw it. And I'm trying to think about it because I've seen the movie and I was like, when? No, you're right. I'm like, yo. I'm like, yeah, I remember actually me being shocked about it and shit like that. Like, what the fuck is this? I just knew that. I was like, okay, either two things. The boy's imagining all of this stuff, or, yeah, he really did kiss her. And then most people were like, how's that any different from the scene overall? Even if he did imagine kissing her, they still showed her kissing him. Yeah. You're right. No matter where you put it, it's basically that. And it's like, Disney, yes, I order you sentence to 50 days of community service. What? It's Disney. No, they throw shit at you. Hit you and shit. It's like, what do you mean? It's just Disney. That'd be hilarious.
90s kid fantasy. To understand why the movie Blank Check worked, and why it worked so well on children specifically, you gotta understand the moment that it walked into. It was February of 1994. Home Alone had made $476 million worldwide just 4 years earlier and on an $18 million budget. And studios learned a very simple lesson from that. Give a kid total autonomy, surround him with a bunch of bumbling adults, and then watch the money roll in. Movies like Rookie of the Year, Dennis the Menace, Cop and a Half, Camp Nowhere, Little Big League, and of course Richie Rich.
I don't think she should have wear those type of shorts.
Kids take on the world style movies. And Blank Check distilled the genre down to its single most
fuck is wrong with the 90s?
What would you do with $1 million? That question right there. That was
well, you said in the 90s they didn't give a fuck. Yeah, I know.
From the couch in 94,
trust me, the good and the bad.
Preston Waters is the invisible middle child. His cheapskate father gives him $11 for his birthday. His brothers take over his bedroom for a business venture. Preston can't afford enough tokens at a classmate's birthday party to ride anything but the kiddie rides. Preston is the kid the world has decided doesn't matter. And then,
motherfucker was like fucking 12 and he's fucking going on my ground like he's fucking 5
runs over Preston's
or 7.
And hands him a signed blank check to cover the damage.
Get it?
Preston writes in $1 million on the check. And everything then changes.
For $1 million?
A literal stone castle in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, but you understand it was 90s. Apparently.
Rodriguez.
Shit.
He installs a water slide running from the second floor into the pool. He built.
You can get that for $1 million. You can get everything that this kid got for $1 million. Is that what I'm hearing? Or am I literally? Or has it finally gotten to me, viewers?
The go-kart track in a batting cage and a wall of televisions with a gaming chair suspended from the ceiling. He hires a limousine and fills it naturally with Coca-Cola and Chips Ahoy. He throws a birthday party with a $100,000 budget. And he does all of it completely unsupervised, operating under the alias Mr. Macintosh. Every item on that list was exactly what a 9-year-old watching in 1994 would have chosen. And that was no mere accident. That was precision wish fulfillment, and it worked movie's strange obsession with money. Here's what's so fascinating about the movie Blank Check when you watch it as an adult. The film technically has a moral. Money can't buy happiness. Preston throws a giant, huge, great, fantastic party. His guests all disappear the moment that the bill arrives. The movie tells us that real friendship matters more than wealth. However, the problem is, the movie spends most of its runtime contradicting that exact idea that it sells us. Money solves nearly every problem that Preston has. It buys him independence, status, and a relationship with his chauffeur Henry that starts as a transaction and slowly turns into something closer to friendship. It even attracts the attention
A lot of
FBI
calculated
agent,
stuff of
which
banks
we'll come
here.
back to in a bit. The spending montages are all set to money, that's what I want, and shot like music videos, not like cautionary tales.
So why was this a movie and not just a TV movie? It looks like a TV movie.
At the time, many reviews were pointing out how heavily the movie leaned into consumerism, with some even comparing it to a feature-length commercial. Brands were showing up left and right. Radio Shack, Reese's...
I'll be honest, I mean, that looks like it could sound like a horror movie.
By today's standards. Fans have even tried to calculate how Preston spends his $1 million, and the numbers don't really add up.
Thank you.
But that's actually kind of the point. Blank Check wasn't interested in realism. This movie was interested in the fantasy of money. It's definitely not about growing up. It's kind of about finding your way out of being a kid. And for the movie's audience, that was more than enough. A plot that makes less sense the older you get. So let me walk you through the actual plot mechanics of this film, because as an adult, it reads much less like a family comedy and more like a financial crime thriller that somehow got itself a PG rating. An escaped convict...
That's what I'm saying. You know, you sound like this should have been made in a horror movie.
...by the actor Miguel Ferrer is laundering $1 million in cash through a corrupt bank president named Spider-Man. After running over Preston's bike, he hands the boy a signed check from Spider-Man's own checkbook. Preston types in $1 million, makes it payable to Mr. McIntosh, and then walks himself into the bank. The bank teller can't process the check, so they send Preston upstairs, and Spider-Man, expecting a courier named Juice, assumes that this child is the money pickup and hands him a backpack with $1 million in cash. And this is the part where we gotta ask, what bank on earth gives $1 million in cash to a child with no ID, no verification, and no questions? Preston then proceeds to purchase a mansion over the phone using a text-to-speech program as Mr. McIntosh's voice.
I mean, if he could do it, why can't us? What the fuck? He's been cheating the system, and he hasn't cheated the system. He figured out the system. Small bastard. And he got a kiss from it, too. What the fuck?
And not a single realtor, or title company, or attorney ever
This movie...
actual buyer.
This movie is like, you want good guys? Fuck your good guys. It's like...
a mysterious adult and they never once investigate. The FBI agent that was assigned to trace the money starts going on dinner dates with his assistant, instead of running a background check on a name that would return 0 results in any database. And magically...
Nice legs. Damn, she looks good in black. Damn you, Disney.
Bit for the audience that was in attendance. So, as an adult, this basically is a movie about a child accidentally committing federal wire fraud, check forgery, and identity fraud, and then facing 0 consequences for any of it.
Right.
Initial release. Why critics hated it.
That makes
The
sense.
movie's Blank Check opened on February 11th.
No, surprisingly, I don't hate it. I don't. Except for that ending.
5.4 million.
That whole kiss thing. I was like, what the f...
Detective during its opening weekend. Blank Check eventually grossed $30.6 million domestically against a $13 million budget. Modest, but definitely no disaster. Critics, however, were nearly unanimous. You know, I always find it pretty amusing to look back at critic reviews for movies like this. Variety called the movie a low-yield Disney programmer, and predicted correctly that it would do better on video. The Austin Chronicle simply said, this movie simply reeks. The New York Times' Janet Maslin was relatively...
Hey, I like that first review. It's like, it's not good, but it'll probably do better home on video. Basically, it's worthy of a home video release. Basically. Look at that. You know. Still didn't mention what happened with the whole, you know, other shit. But, you know, I guess that would have made a good review. Oh, isn't that great, viewers? Whew.
Larson calling the movie cheerfully dopey, and then added it was a movie that no parents in their right minds would let their children see. Siskel and Ebert gave it 2 thumbs down. The aggregate goes on to tell the full story.
Oh.
9% on Rotten Tomatoes, 42 out of 100 on Metacritic, 5.3 out of 10 on IMDb. And yet, the cinema score from the opening weekend audiences was an A-. Children who actually bought tickets loved the movie. Critics thought it was total junk. And it turns out they were both correct, but just about different things. This definitely was not a disaster of a movie release. However, it also was not the hit that Disney was probably hoping for. The film's real commercial life was about to begin somewhere else entirely. How it became a nostalgia classic.
Pretty much.
Blank Check found its true audience not in theaters, but in living rooms. Released on VHS in 1995, it joined a specific rotation of Disney titles. The Mighty Ducks, Cool Runnings, Angels in the Outfield, Heavyweights. All
But they all suck.
And then rewatched and
When we were like, fuck you. But they all suck. Oh, I'll be honest with you, viewers. I never was into any of those movies. Sorry. Yeah, that's fine. No, let it at me. Let it at. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Go ahead and throw a shovel. Not literally. Anyways.
essentially memorized by an entire generation of kids who encountered them on cable or rental rather than in a nice big theater. This is the kind of movie that you didn't really choose to watch. It just found you. You know, Saturday afternoon, Disney Channel, nothing else on, good to watch. And then suddenly you're watching a kid buy a castle with counterfeit mob money and thinking this is the greatest film ever made.
Right.
The nostalgia wave came in stages for this movie. In 2017, Blank Check appeared on Netflix and a new wave of adults then discovered it. When Disney Plus launched in November of 2019 with Blank Check in its catalog, TikTok users then began to clip the ending. One video captioned, "This Disney movie has the most awkward scene ever." And that video was viewed by nearly 4 million people. What people remembered most were the fantasy elements of Blank Check. The castle, the water slide into the pool, Henry the chauffeur and his S-T-Y-L-E style catchphrase, the sheer intoxicating premise of all of it. What they were rediscovering, however, and what made those TikToks go viral, was something else entirely. The scene that changes everything.
It took you a while to get here. What the fuck's wrong with you? I know you. Why do you want to build it up like that?
Let me set this up carefully because I think this deserves to be treated with respect and care. Throughout this film, Preston develops a genuine crush on FBI agent Shay Stanley, who's played by Karen Duffy, who was 31 years old at the time of this film. Preston's chauffeur, named Henry, gives the 11-year-old some coaching tips on how to impress
Again, I knew it. I knew he was like 11 or 12. Like between 11 or 13 or some shit like that, you know? And she was like 32 or 31. Moving on.
Woman on date. Preston takes Shay to a fancy French restaurant. He gives her some expensive jewelry. They run through a fountain together in a sequence that's shot, and I want to be precise here, similarly to a scene from a romantic comedy. So
Everywhere you look, everywhere's a place. There's somebody who needs you. It's like
eye contact. Awkward tension in the limousine ride home.
Are you kidding
At the end
me?
of the film, after the criminals are arrested and everything is resolved, Preston and Shay share a goodbye.
It's basically a boy fantasy in a spy movie, being rich also in the process, and getting a hot chick and kissing her. There's your movie. Do you like it? Yeah, I liked it. Looking back at it though, it's like they really actually filmed a woman kissing a boy. It's like, right. They literally filmed that. Disney actually filmed that. Disney. Disney. These are the people that made Coco. These are the people that made Moana. These are the people that made Ratatouille, Toy Story. Isn't the same people that made Truck? No. It wasn't them. It was DreamWorks. Oh. Mm-hmm. I don't want people don't get that. But anyways. Moving on.
Asked if their date was just for her job. She says it started that way, but she wouldn't have traded anything for that date. He asks when he can see her again. She suggests that he call her in about 10 years. He counters with 5. She says 7. He says 6. Okay, she says, it's a date. Then they kiss. Not on the cheeks, a kiss on the lips. A slow, deliberate, romantically framed kiss. In public, in front of her FBI colleagues. Preston's father finds him afterwards looking dazed with happiness. No adult in the scene reacts with any concern whatsoever. Pause. This was not a pet. This is not an accident. This is not played for laughs. It's framed as the emotional resolution of what the film presents. Earnestly,
look at her. They literally freeze. This guy literally freeze frame her when she's looking at the fucking kid like this. Like, seriously, I'm like, Disney. Moving on.
As a genuine love story between an 11.
Remember, this is the mascot for Mickey Mouse. Remember, guys, the people that play Kingdom Hearts, just remember that Blank Check is canon to the Kingdom Hearts universe.
Boy and a woman in her 30s. There were no stunt doubles for this scene. This scene is a Karen Duffy at age 31 kissing a Brian Bonsall at age 11. Why this scene feels so wrong today. When Blank Check appeared on Netflix in 2017, one writer said the ending left her totally grossed out. Another described it as borderline pedophilia. When the movie landed on Disney Plus, the reaction intensified even more.
No shit.
CBR published a piece titled, Why Blank Check is Disney's Most Disturbing Movie. Collider listed it among 10 classic 90s family movies that aged poorly, and called The Kiss predatory. Newsweek, Lad Bible, Unilad, Dextero, and Inside the Magic have all published dedicated articles on this one single scene. The most common response online has been some version of, imagine if the genders were reversed. Imagine a male FBI agent in his 30s going on romantic dinner dates with an 11-year-old girl, giving her jewelry, running through fountains with her, and then kissing her on the lips in the finale. That film would not exist. It wouldn't even survive a single story meeting.
Thank you.
The comparison film that keeps showing up in the conversation is a movie called Big, the 1998 Tom Hanks film where a 12-year-old boy's consciousness occupies an adult body and has a sexual relationship with an adult woman. However, as Common Sense Media pointed out, at least Tom Hanks looks like an adult. Preston looks and is very much 11 years old. There's no ambiguity here. There's no narrative distance either. There's just a woman in her 30s kissing a child, and the film treating it as the romantic payoff that the audience was supposed to be waiting for. What makes this genuinely difficult is the negotiated timeline. 6 years from the end of the film, Preston would be 17 years old. Shay would then be in her late 30s. That is still illegal in most jurisdictions. The film apparently did not notice, and apparently, for God knows what reason, did not care. Disney never officially has addressed this scene. Multiple outlets
Why would they? Why would they? Would you? Would you? Honestly, would you? Would you honestly? Would you honestly? A company like this, Disney, and you work for it, and you're one of those higher ups, and then this happens, and then you see this over time, or you make this. or or you approved of this. Like you approved the movie, but you didn't know what, shit happens sometimes, But at least you got to give the benefit of the doubt at that point for a lot of viewers, which you probably won't because you're a corporate company, and they know you're corrupt, So you're fucked. Either way. So, what can you say? Nothing. Saying nothing. Most people are like, that's even worse. Well, either say something that will piss off people even more, or don't say anything at all and just, it's bubbling hate, but it's not like people cannot move on. They will look at this movie still and go back to it and still be like, what the, but still move on. Because there's other movies that do that. Yes, there's somehow, I think, I forgot what movie it is, bro. There's some movie that, what was it? A girl goes through the same way. But the only difference is, it's literally, it's an oldie movie, bro. Most people are like, oh, that one to get out today. Oh, that one got out back in the day. Well, they made a movie like that. A man just saves it like a little girl. All of a sudden, he kisses her in the lips. And I'm like, what the fuck is this movie? It's like, it's a movie from the fucking 60s or some shit. It's fucking crazy, bro. Fucking crazy. I need to find that clip. Because I'm not making that shit up. That shit is fucking fucked up. Fucking crazy. And the fact that we even had that shit fucking shows a lot of shit. And then this is another proof of it too. Alright.
Contacted the company for comments and received no responses. The film sits on Disney Plus today, unedited, without any content warning.
Yeah?
Aaron Duffy has also never publicly spoken about this scene. Director Rupert Wainwright has also made no statement. Co-writer Blake Snyder, who would go on to write the influential screenwriting manual Save the Cat, died in 2009 without addressing this scene. Brian Bonsall posted a general Facebook response saying he had an absolute blast making the movie, which of course did not specifically address the controversy. And then there's one more footnote. In January of 2024, the podcast Michael Jackson Think Twice revealed that Michael Jackson had become obsessed with Blank Check and wanted to work with its director. Critic Nathan Rabin called that detail wholly on brand. I'll leave that one without any further comments. Was this always weird, or did we just notice? The honest answer is that almost no one flagged it in 1994. Critics who panned the film spent their ink on materialism, derivative plotting, and the weak humor of the film. The romantic subplot between an 11-year-old and
no one didn't say anything.
Federal agent was either ignored entirely or treated as a charming element of the wish fulfillment fantasy.
Right. See? Just like what I told you. You see? I just mentioned it. I was telling you guys that was a thing. I grew up with that, watching that shit in the 90s. I'm not saying it was a good thing, but there you go, So, welcome to the 90s. Welcome to the era that's fucked up, but hey. Oh, I'm sorry you had to see that. Well, hey. Yeah, I can understand why you say that too, I would say that too to somebody, but I'm sorry you had to see that, bro. You did not have to what are you gonna do? But most people are like, oh, your parents should have supervised you more or something. No, it wasn't that. It's not like you can't stop a kid watching cartoons like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon and not have them show some crazy shit. It was the 90s back then, guys. Seriously. Ren and Stimpy cannot come out nowadays. I'm dead serious. Even though I love Ren and Stimpy. It's crazy. The only close that we can get is the early SpongeBob episodes, and maybe SpongeBob now. I hope they all coming. I've heard a while back that they were like, yes, someone fine now or something like that, but I don't even know. I don't know. But I'd rather watch the old ones, because the old ones are fucking classic. Season 1 through 3.
A babysitter and kid relationship, and treated that as a positive. This wasn't unique to the film Blank Check, of course. That lucky kid trope, where a boy receiving romantic attention from an adult woman is framed as aspirational rather than alarming, was actually quite entertainment.
See?
The underlying assumption, which was rarely examined, was that boys couldn't be harmed by this kind of attention. That any boy in that situation was enviable, not vulnerable.
Yes.
The concept of grooming was simply not a part of mainstream vocabulary yet.
Yeah.
The hashtag #MeToo movement was 23 years away after all. Conversations about power dynamics and age gap situations were largely confined to academic circles.
Yes.
Blank Check managed to pass through script development, studio approval, test screenings, an MPAA rating committee, and nationwide theatrical release without generating a single meaningful objection.
How the fuck do you even do that? Disney. I'm telling you, the only company that could actually get away with that shit. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
And to be objective here, the movie didn't change. We changed. And the distance between who we were when we watched it back in 1994 for the first time and who we are watching it now is exactly what makes it so uncomfortable to sit with. The legacy of Blank Check. Several.
Look at that. No, it's true. That's why. That's probably one of the reasons why Disney hasn't said anything, or probably why they haven't changed the movie or even put a warning sign on it, because it's just showing you what the times were back in the 90s. You guys accepted this back then, and we made it. You know, that's pretty fucking badass when you think about it. That Disney just left it there because they were like, well, now, in a way, they're kind of saying fuck you, but at the same time, it's like, no, we have to leave it. But at the same time, isn't that kind of hypocritical at the same time too? Because where's your other Disney ones? We all know you have, like, you know, your racist material. You could have added all of that and just put and then censor it also. I mean, not censor it, but give a cap, you know, of like a warning sign. There we go. It's just a warning sign. You know, because it would tell the progress of history or something like that. I don't know. I mean, fucking Warner Brothers does it with their Looney Tunes shit. But what do I fucking know?
Several of this film's principal cast members are no longer with us. Miguel Ferrer, who played Quigley, died of cancer on January 19th of 2017 at the age of 61.
What the fuck? The boy dies from cancer? What the fuck?
The son of the actor Jose Ferrer and singer Rosemary Clooney, and a cousin of George Clooney, had a career that spanned decades, ending with an appearance in Twin Peaks: The Rerun. Rick Ducommun, who brought warmth to Henry the Chauffeur, died in 2015 at the age of 62. James Rebhorn, who was Preston's father in the movie, passed away in 2014 at age 65. Brian Bonsall, who played Preston, stepped away from acting in the mid-1990s. His later years included some legal troubles and struggles with addiction, but he has since then stabilized. Today, Brian is married, has a son of his own, and plays music, and has spoken fondly about his time making this film. Karen Duffy was diagnosed with a rare inflammatory disease that affects the brain and nervous systems in 1995, just a single year after the movie's release. Duffy would go on to become an advocate, a writer, and a hospital chaplain, building a life defined by resilience. As for the film itself, there's no indication of a remake in development.
No.
And this movie frequently appears on lists of 90s movies that have not aged well. However, what makes Blank Check endure isn't that it's uniquely bad.
Right.
It's that it made it all the way through development, approval, and release without becoming a public issue at the time.
Yeah.
That's not an indictment of any one person. It's more like a snapshot of what the industry and the culture considered acceptable in 1994.
Thank you.
Blank Check isn't just nostalgia. It's more like a time capsule.
Yes.
A record of what society once accepted without blinking an eye or thinking twice.
Yes.
And the reason it keeps resurfacing isn't because it's uniquely shocking. It's because, for its time, it wasn't shocking at all.
Right.
So here's what I want to know from you specifically on this subject. Do you remember this movie from your youth, and do you remember feeling weirded out by it at all? Did you pick up on any of the hints here? The dinner date, the fountain seat, the kiss? Or is it just one of those things that you're kind of only understanding now, 30 years later, as an adult? And the much less dramatic and the much more entertaining question I have for y'all, what would you have done with $1 million in Let us know in the comments below. I personally would have opened my own arcade, and here in the big 2026, that is still my answer I will give. So, if y'all enjoyed this one, you know there's more where that came from.
You can't tell me that. I don't know what to do with that money. I don't know what to do with that money. I'm dead serious. You can travel the world, but where? Ooh, Canada. In Japan. And that's probably it. I'll probably get a place. You know. Or at least the place that I will freaking buy off. You know, something. I don't know. Just something. Like, imagine investing into your, like, the apartment that you live in or some shit. Now you don't even have to pay rent or some shit. Some crazy shit, you know? I don't know. That's just me. I'm just thinking out loud. It could sound fucking nuts or crazy, but hey, crazier things have happened in the world, so can't leave shit off unturned, to be quite honest with you. Even if it sounds like it's ridiculous, it will probably never happen, but hey. I guess I'm just one of a kind. Seriously. Yeah, you are one of a kind. You know what? If you're gonna have that attitude, why don't you kiss my... What the fuck is that? Regular show, new episode would just leak. I don't care about that show anymore. No, I'm playing. Avoid this movie. Avoid what? I'm gonna watch it anyways. I'm just gonna watch it right now. Seriously, what's the movie they're talking about, CHUCKY? Lords of the Sam of Years or some bullshit. Here, let's check it out. That's it? No, that's some bullshit. That was 11 minutes long. I know why.
Spoiled it for you. Watch the Lords of Salem.
Lords of Salem. Is it that bad?
So I finally watched the Lords of Salem. This was my first time seeing it, and honestly, I'd avoided it for years. I'd heard too many bad things about it. Every time people brought it up, it was usually in that tone of, yeah, it's one of those Rob Zombie films. You know exactly what that means. Weird, divisive, messy, self-indulgent, maybe interesting in places, but not exactly something people rush to recommend.
Hey, I know that symbol.
I looked at the online score, and it wasn't terrible, not amazing, but not the total disaster I'd always assumed it was either. So I thought, right, let's finally give this a chance. And
the symbol on the record player. I know that symbol.
My first instinct all those years ago was right. The movie follows Heidi Hawthorne, a radio DJ in Salem, Massachusetts, played by Sherry Moon Zombie. She works with two other radio personalities, and one day a mysterious wooden box arrives at the station addressed to her. Inside there's a big
I like the house. It has that creepy look. I mean, at least the wallpaper. That wallpaper that look like it has flowers and shit.
But when the record is played, it starts having a very specific effect on Heidi. She has a history of addiction, and that becomes important because the movie constantly plays with the idea of perception. Is she seeing something real? Is this supernatural? Is this psychological? Is it trauma? Is it hysteria? Is it all of it at once? The record seems to awaken something buried deep inside her, and from that point on, she starts experiencing disturbing visions, hearing things, seeing figures, and getting drawn into this nightmarish connection to Salem's history.
Oh.
The movie ties
I've seen stuff like that before.
Trials, or at least to a version
Are you kidding me?
history.
I was part of the witch trials. Not playing. It's like, what? No.
The film introduces the idea of a coven of witches who were convinced
right there.
Influences.
Sorry.
There's this sense that Heidi
I really need to lift up my ankle.
As part of some ritualistic rebirth, she becomes less of a person moving through a story and more like a vessel drifting through visions.
Sounds boring. I mean, not the video, but the movie. But who knows? Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Ugh. You know, the last time it's going to happen there, I'm going to fucking get out, SkullKlown. I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out. No, I'm going to get out. Oh, who remembers Aqua Team Hunger Force? Anyone? Anyone?
He's in a better place. He's in the grill of the truck. He was my best friend. Yeah, well then you should know something. When he was pushing me, he mentioned something about not liking me. Oh, I clearly heard that. That stuck out. Well, I guess I had one of those friends.
Yeah, fetch. I knew it was about to be over right though. Usually every time they're in the pool, it's like about to be the end or some shit. I don't know, have you noticed that? Literally. They were friends with Abraham Lincoln. No, Abraham Lincoln they literally shot him to the stratosphere, landed on the moon, an astronaut found him, and then they got rich. Really? I don't know. Oh shit. You're supposed to do something? My name is... I'm probably gonna have to, you know. Me walk, make my honey see. Me walk, get the honey she. Driving in my car, living like a star. Oh! Shut up! Sorry, I don't want to be here all day watching,
I'm just teaching them. Now go ahead, Bubba.
Thank you, fella.
1, 2.
Mm-hmm. Damn it.
You have 7 harvest time tickets, okay? But how am I ever gonna win that time, Steve? How are you ever gonna ride against speed with no friggin' legs? You're just gonna bust the ass that you don't even have. Who bothered to spawn you? And why? You know?
Oh. Oh. 8-bit motherfuckers.
No, it's about taking material goods when others aren't looking.
That's right.
Hey, guys! Good to see you! How long's it been? You've grown on me.
But damn, I have.
I thought I told you never to come back here again. The Fry Man is not excited to see us.
Well, that's a mistake.
Come on, meat man. Let's go break the law to fill your primitive needs. Well, I don't think so. Last time you were here, you threw me out an old lady's mailbox and you made me Moon Boy Scout Troop 324.
We did.
Well, this time we won't.
Let me just go get the keys.
You're not taking them with you.
Guys, let me check. 'Cause I'm totally gonna mess someone's house up.
Yes, eggs or pot. Either one.
Hey, Fry, do we have any pot?
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
What about nitrous, man?
Shut up, Bert.
Nitrous.
We're full of religion now. Everyone, please, bow your heads and pretend to be serious.
Do it or I'll bow for you.
Thank you.
Deeply offended us and our God is a God of vengeance and horror.
And action.
Our God is an Indian that turns into a wolf.
Oh God, is an Indian that can turn into a wolf?
Come for you.
That shit's hilarious as fuck, bro.
Like a toothpick, because that's what I really want. Getting it is easy. Filling it with illegal substances and sending it across the border is not.
Yeah, see, those dogs, they can smell anything. So you gotta kick him in the throat.
You gotta kick him in the throat. Oh man, I'm toasted.
Come on, let's go while I'm feeling it.
Funhouse.
The wearer of this belt shall possess all the superpowers of 70 supergroup. Foreigner. You bet I will.
Wrong house.
Commence testing immediately.
Quit asking questions.
Hey, guys! What are you doing in my house without my permission?
We're here
Yo,
to
for
take
real.
pornography and sodomize our vast imagination.
So give us the damn magazine.
Oh, I'll give you a magazine there, buddy. Hey, it's full of hollow points. You're gonna love it when I put those in a gun and then put them in your brain.
Don't try to stop us, Batman.
Don't try to stop us, bad fat man.
You are powerless.
We have the foreigner belt.
Wait a second, is that from the 83 tour? Yeah, I saw those guys in the Meadowlands with Brian Adams. That was a kick-ass show. I totally copped this feel off this passed-out broad while they were playing Urgent. Every time I hear Urgent on the radio, I
This
feel that girl's boobs and covered in vomit.
You like the belt, huh?
What do you think? Hell yeah, I like that belt.
Well, how will you like the belt when you're cold as ice?
Classic, total classic. Oh my god, my throat is stiffening.
Oh, it worked.
Get as much porn as you can carry.
Get as much porn as you can carry. Damn, they took his fucking shelf. That's crazy.
I think I have a straight six.
Your sexual innuendo is priceless. This pornography is infinitely excellent. This dresser, however, is very boring.
Yeah, get rid of it.
Torch the dresser, meatwad.
This is where Carl keeps his clothes.
Look, these women don't have any clothes and they're not complaining.
Yeah, man, they're kissing each other.
And you want
Yeah, man, they're kissing each other.
don't you? Then you will torch the dresser because you're a dirty white boy.
Dirty white boy.
Yes.
Oh, look what you just did.
What's that?
And burn the furnace.
Oh, wait, and hold on. Please. Very quiet.
They did it, not me. Not me.
We just came from Christmas caroling out in the woods.
Oh yeah, I heard about the woods on the news. Someone burned them down. Did they really? All of them birds and squirrels got burned out? I mean, Nature. Now you do me a favor and a woman. I'll get that water better worked out. Meat what?
Meanwhile.
Easy killer.
What is this, prison camp? I mean, come on. Can no one have fun here?
Please just roll. This is pornography. Did you get this meat what?
Yeah, where? I gotta confiscate this. I need to learn how to read.
Carl was gracious enough to let us rip him off the furniture for no reason.
Now, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, man. What are you gonna do about it? I want to show you, little man, right now.
Oh, good, because I'd love to see it.
Fireman, fill your eyes with double vision.
It probably won't even work.
Those aren't the words,
I can't see straight. What have you done to me?
You're a jukebox hero. You've got stars in your eyes.
Yes, I'll show you stars. Take this.
Right, good show, buddy.
What I'm doing in here is private.
Put that girly book down and get your ass out here and help me.
White boy.
Bring your urine.
You're not gonna get away with this.
Try to hit me.
Ow, my nose. Oh, no.
Frylock, you have a problem. You're a drunk.
Shake, this ain't no game. We need to get that belt so I can disable it.
What belt? Hey, Doc, buddy! Hey, there you are, buddy. Hey, what's up? You know, Frylock says he's got
They go to the pool again.
red switches.
This is definitely the end.
You know, this magazine you guys brought over really made me start thinking, like, could you bring me some girls?
Then it shall be so.
Are you ready to work for the weekend? I'm gonna turn you loose to hot girls in love.
That's the only way the babes can see you.
Hmm.
Oh, thank God I left this on Jamaican.
All right. Now come on, girls. You know you're in love.
Man, how come I ain't working on him?
Because those are lover boy songs, isn't that right, Big Man?
He's drowning me. Why?
Sucked. Oh, no, they don't. I saw them in 85 at Madison Square and they kicked ass. Carl, you're striked with radiation.
Todo arigato.
Shut up about that. You give me that belt.
Well, come and get it if you think you're man enough. Hey, man, you took my belt.
Try using the belt without this. The instructions.
Just try.
I don't need no instructions to know how to rock. You're hot-blooded. Go ahead and check it. And see. Try as you may, Carl, but you cannot heat up our moon juices.
Hey, man, I'm getting kind of hot.
Well, I'm not
Mhm.
Wait, yes, I am. Ship come in. Air conditioner turn on. You better run. Relax, Carl. I got them both right here. Now you tell me where that belt is. I mean, those are my frickin' azalea bushes there. This is an unbearable strain, but I'm doing it as hard as I've ever done it before. This belt's pretty badass. Almost makes me want to squeeze into my badass red jeans. Hey, Carl, does that belt reverse the spells?
Yes. The balls.
You're not Carl.
No, I'm not.
Hang on there, Fry Man. I got a button here somewhere. Oh, what is this? Who set this on Head Games?
That's okay, Carl. Ooh. Maybe it's not okay.
Shit.
With computers nowadays, I mean, you don't even have to leave the house.
Oh God, no. Ooh. All right, we saw a whole episode of Aqua Team Hunger Force. Boy, that shirt's great, bro. Seriously. We could do one more video. All right. Let's see. Let's look at the Harry Potter one. Yeah, why not?
Use the time I bit the bullet and played every single one of these.
I feel like that's it. Like I might die.
Let's go to the hex bug to decide what we've got first, and it is
The
the
P.
appropriate place to start to the PS1 version. This game doesn't talk about
It's so weird. We're probably doing we did it, people. We did it. We won. We're successful. And now I need to start the whole fucking video off because I'm a fucking goddamn mother. No.
talk about. Go to the hex bug place to start to the PS1 version. This game doesn't muck about with any of the early story stuff. The Dursleys, Diagon Alley, Hogwarts
It's
Express.
Diagon Alley.
Glossed over in this picture book cutscene as we spawn already at Hogwarts, being greeted by Professor Dumbledore, who doesn't quite capture the energy of one of the most powerful wizards of all time.
Ah, ugly, warty Hogwarts. Oh, wonderful place to explore.
That doesn't matter.
That's the Dumbledore that I remember, that face Voldemort.
Though, because after saying a handful of words, he pisses off and is never seen again in the game. There's a painting of whoever this guy is, but he definitely...
I mean, you do see him again. In a cutscene, excuse me. What a bitch. This is why no one didn't like you, Malfoy. Stealing people's fucking pets. Hagrid's not a pet. He's family. Isn't it a she? Oh, wait, he was a she? How do you not know that, Harry? Oh. No wonder when I gave her no wonder when I gave her a female, they started fighting with each other. Okay, guys, I'm about to go soon, but let's start with this.
This is one of those games that a lot of people say they found terrifying as a kid for reasons they can't explain, and it makes sense. After learning basic controls, jumping around the place, and learning Flipendo to push boxes around in the platforming puzzles, we find
Those puzzles suck.
trapped behind bars.
No.
We use magic to free the bird, and after a short lap of the surrounding area, Hedwig decides, "This, I've seen enough," and he flies his prison where he'd
It's a
rather
she.
be, I guess. The majority of the
Am I the only
classes in
one?
the game play out in a pretty similar way. We'll be told we better get to our next class, and then after figuring out where the game wants us to go, we'll encounter these egg timers, leading to a fun little chunk of platforming where we need to race to the finish line to get to class on time. Then once we're in class with whatever goofy-looking teacher character model, we'll learn a spell. We do this by pressing buttons to mimic the teacher's wand movements while ignoring their scathing criticism.
Everybody knows how to do everything.
Our
Right,
reward
right.
for passing this class is from that point on in the game, if we press X while aiming at an object requiring that specific spell, it will
Question.
automatically
Why does the
use said
badger
spell, which Harry
look
will
like an
announce
elf?
with gusto.
What? I don't know.
It's time to
Nintendo!
This was
It's
definitely
Flipendo.
a
Oh, come on. We all know it's
before they
Nintendo.
really figured out how to make the controls remotely satisfying. I can't criticize it too hard because I guess you needed all of these painful flying sections to lay the groundwork for the future of flying gameplay, but regardless, playing it kind of just pissed me off.
Yeah.
I thought I did a terrible job, but I think the game was at least aware of how rough the controls are because it considered my efforts exceptional. Ron kindly introduces us to Hermione.
She's a real know-it-all. And a teacher's pet.
Malfoy decides to lock us in the
Yeah.
entrance hallway and throw
Sorry.
firecrackers, leading to what I suppose
So I'm
perhaps
watching a
the
video and I have a video.
first
Yeah, I'll be there
episode
soon.
in the Harry
Well,
Potter
you want me-
video
I'm
game
going- okay, I'm-
before they blow. After a while, he calls in Crab, who makes a fantastically pathetic entrance. And then after that, we're fighting all three of Slytherin's finest chaps. After this great battle comes to an end, we get an update on the scores for the House Cup, and it sounds as though a group of students are sacrificed in flames in
True.
the next room over.
Gryffindor are in the lead on house points.
Here he is. with
And all those that didn't make it at house points are gonna slaughter. Well, you know what? Not my fucking fault. You all failed as Hogwarts students.